In a new report from the National Association of Realtors, 89% of sellers would be likely to accept an offer from a buyer with conventional financing, but only 30% will be willing to accept one using a Federal Housing Administration or Veteran Affairs loan. Now, I know this is not the good news that we are all hoping for, but this is the reality of right now, and it is important that you stay informed on market conditions. So you may be wondering, why do home sellers care what type of financing a buyer is using? Logically, they will be receiving the same funds. Well, some real estate pros say that government loans are less desirable because VA and FHA loans often have low appraisals, which has proven to be problematic when home prices are on the rise. Government-backed loans are typically slower to close. According to the NAR report, the average time to close on a VA or FHA loan is 58 days. This differs from the average time it takes to close on a conventional loan, which is only 51 days. In my market, most of these loans would all close within 30 days. This data really surprised me, so let me know in the comments below how long it typically takes for loans to close in your market. To get a leg up on the competition, some buyers are choosing to waive their appraisals and inspections to close quickly and get their offers to stand out. But FHA and VA buyers are unable to waive these contingencies due to the specific loan guidelines. Government-backed loans may be subject to lender-required inspections that check the health and safety of the property. These would look for things like lead-based paint or appliances that may be nearing the end of their life. Inspections are not required, however, for conventional financing, and many buyers in this tight market are choosing to forego the inspections or do it only for informational purposes so that they do not need to ask the seller for repairs. With a government-backed loan, if the house does not appraise, that appraisal will still stick with the property for 120 days. So this means that if an FHA buyer and deal falls through, that appraised value is still stuck with the property, and the next appraiser who comes out to do an appraisal for a future buyer will be able to see that appraised value that it previously came in at. With conventional financing, this differs. Both the buyer and seller can renegotiate the purchase price, and if the seller is unwilling to budge, the buyer can choose to cover the difference. If you are struggling to have your VA or FHA offer accepted, you are not alone. According to the National Association of Realtors, the number of FHA mortgages has dropped from 20% to 14%. The share of VA loan buyers has also reduced to only 7% of buyers overall. As someone who works mainly with first-time homebuyers, I have experienced this firsthand. This year, I have worked with fewer FHA, VA, and USDA buyers than I have conventional, and definitely fewer than I have in previous years. To help level the playing field for homebuyers, Urban Institute researchers are calling upon the Department of Housing and Urban Development to help those using FHA and VA loans. They are calling for elimination of some of the inspection requirements, as well as changes to make the appraisal process more like what is required for conventional loans. Personally, even if this is acted upon, I don't think it will solve the problem. I just can't see how changing the lending requirements on a VA or FHA loan in regards to appraisal or inspection is going to change a seller's perception of these loan types overnight. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Several real estate professionals have weighed in on the struggles buyers using government-backed loans are facing, and even amongst these professionals, opinions on these loan types differ. One realtor says, "I've been getting several FHA, VA, and USDA loans accepted by having the conversation with my buyers about taking care of work orders themselves, then adding all work orders to be the buyer's responsibility in the additional provisions. Educate yourself on what can be flagged, peeling paint, hand railings, etc. Be honest with them if you see a potential big issues, such as foundation or roof, then do not write an offer on that property. Home ownership is for everyone, and it is our job to educate them." I very much so agree with this. Although it definitely has been tougher to get government-backed loans accepted in this market, if you are strategic and critical of the properties that you are making offers on, it is possible. This lender disagreed with the fact that conventional loans and government-backed loans are the same. And he said, the check cashes the same at closing, but lower credit requirements for FHA plus stricter property guidelines means it's not apples to apples. Do you, as a buyer, feel that the seller should have the opportunity to judge your offer based on your financial situation? Or do you think that a pre-approval letter, no matter what loan type, should be seen as equal? Another agent shared her frustration for FHA home buyers, saying, "Sad to see agents putting documents in the MLS as if the seller's requirements for an offer are overlist price, appraisal gaps with proof of funds, no inspection, conventional financing or cash, and up to 30 days possessions after closing. I've looked up records on these properties and find that the majority of sellers even finance the property they are selling with an FHA loan. I'm sure it's the agents that are writing what they want in the offer more than it is what the sellers want. What happened to equal opportunity? First-time home buyers don't stand a chance in this current market. Please, agents, give these buyers a chance." Source of financing is not currently a protected class nationwide, but should it be? Do you think that your offer would be more likely to be accepted if the seller could not tell the difference between a cash offer and your FHA loan? Virginia fair housing law has added source of funds as a protected class, meaning that it is now illegal to discriminate in the sale or rental of a property due to the source of funds. I love this. In my opinion, if a home buyer has gone through all of the steps to get vetted by a lender, get that pre-approval letter, make an offer on your house and submit that pre-approval letter, what right does the seller have to sit there and discriminate amongst loan types? It just does not sit well with me. And I think many real estate professionals feel similarly. This lender said, "I am torn because you should never deny a VA loan. These people have served our country. How dare someone tell them they can't use their VA loan? But I also feel like it's your home and you should have the right to sell to whoever. It's just difficult. I just wish some of the sellers remembered what it was like when they bought their home the first time. A lot of first-time home buyers are being forced out of the housing market that they grew up in, and it breaks my heart." According to the National Association of Realtors report, 89% of home sellers would be likely to accept an offer from a buyer using conventional financing. If you were drawn to the FHA loan because of the 3.5% down payment, but have had a hard time getting your offer accepted in this market, check out this video I made about the 3% down conventional loan that just might be your saving grace. I will see you in the next video.